Hi all my friends. All right, we are going to go over how I store my food because I am stocking up because there is a couple of things that is going to be happening pretty soon. So one of the things I want to go over is I need to be out of here by the end of or April or early May, basically. I'll have to see what the status is about the space that I'm in, but I definitely, if I'm still here, I will have to go to daily rates instead of on the monthly rate, okay? So I'm prepared that I need to be out of here no matter what pretty soon by that time frame. Now, a couple of things are going to have to go on because one, I'm pretty sure I will not have a lot of my business taken care of and doctors and things that I had originally planned. I mean, none of my being here has gone the way I wanted it to go. And delays and obstacles and then dealing with the weather and going into such a snowy, cold, early spring here. It's just been crazy. We got another batch of snow again recently. So it is just crazy for at least about another week. So the middle of March is by the time the weather will start to warm up and get a little bit more doable to do things in, especially for me because my body has been really struggling and fighting with these cold, damp winters that I basically have had to deal with being here. So with that in mind, I'm prepared that I'm not going to get some things done, but I do need to get some things done before I can even leave here. So I got a couple things planned. One, I have a trip coming up around the time that in May where I need to be out of here. I'll be meeting up with a friend of mine in May and possibly another girl too. So I still have to call her, make a connection, see if we are a match to travel together with. And I'll do another video about picking right types of people or the right type of person for your personality type when grouping yourself with people. Not everybody who puts themselves together is going to be a great match, especially when you're dealing with health issues and possibly being nocturnal versus morning. So those are some really big important factors of finding, matches to travel with. So I'll do another video coming up about doing that. So I basically am screening this person and my friend who's coming along, even though she's my friend, I put up basically, this is the kind of person I'm looking for, and I just laid it out there, and she fits that, so I'm really excited. And then this other lady that I'm going to be screening, and I'm basically screening. I'm not just saying anybody who wants to travel, okay, good to go, let's just do it, because that is a disaster and could be a huge conflict on the road. So I want to make the traveling pleasurable, a good experience for all of us. So I'll talk about this upcoming trip soon, but we will be traveling around Oregon area for, maybe a couple of months. I don't know how long, while I'm still going to need to be waiting and taking care of some of my business still here in Oregon. As far as the doctor thing, I may barely get in, see a doctor, and maybe have to follow up with the doctor again before I leave here. So I'll worry about that when the time comes, one day at a time. But it's just been too cold, too crazy for me to even try to get some of my stuff done because my body has been fighting me since, being in the van in this damp, cold, Pacific Northwest weather. I do fine in dry cold, but it's the wet cold, as I mentioned, that it's really challenging. So stay tuned for upcoming videos on other things that's going on. But in the meantime, I am preparing for this upcoming trip, buying supplies, stocking up my supplies, because I will be, preparing to boondock at times or primitive campgrounds. And this was one of the conditions that I mentioned, that the people have to be willing to do this. If you remember, some of you that have been with me for a while, I had this big, huge black bag, and then I had everything inside this black bag, and then it worked. Yeah, I mean, in theory it did work, and it would have been awesome, except for the fact it was too heavy. It really became too heavy for me to move around once everything got in there. So I've used the bag for something else, to put more of my heaters and electronics and things like that, plug-in things, my heating pad, things like that, my Yagi antenna, I put that in that bag. So I put lots of things like that. So I did use it for a storage bag, but not going to work for my bulk food or heavy foods and things like that. So what I'm going to do is show you how I'm going to put things away, how I have things grouped so far. And again, I'm still working on things. It's a work in progress. But pretty much, I think this layout that I'm going to be doing is what's going to be working. So let's get started, and I will show you what's going on. Okay, I'm going to have to try to do this with a light. All right, so this is my pantry, and it only holds so much, okay? So this is the area that I will go to, number one of most usable things are here that I use the most often. Then I needed to come up with a second area, and this one here is still kind of things that I'm going to be needing to get to a little more often as well. So I didn't want to have to dig things out too much to get to it. And so this is going to be kept back in this corner, and then my shoes actually right there. It's a basket with my shoes is going to be right in front of that. And so far that's been working out really well. Okay. And then I will be showing you the third area. Okay. So what I've had to do is group my food, and I've bought a bunch of stuff from Costco. And so I've got extra rice and stuff, and I'm going to split my soup. It's what I use as a base, and then I add stuff to that, and vegetables and other things, and meat, and then I make a soup from that, so I use it like a stock. So I'll be splitting that in half. So half will go inside of this tub, and then the other half will go into a third tub. Okay, and I'll show you that. Okay, so right underneath this table is my third tub, and this is the tub that I have for things that I don't need to get to for a while. It's only when I run out from those other areas. And so it's extra stuff. So third location stuff that I will eventually need, but not right away. Okay, so then I have paper towels on top, and I always keep about 8 rolls of paper towels whenever I'm traveling, boondocking, and going to be not getting to a Walmart in like a month. I always stock up. This is how I'm always thinking. Okay, I always buy bulk as much as possible and stock up with my bars. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put half the bars away in here. I store them in my microwave because I use those a lot when I'm traveling and stuff, and trying to get from, in the morning, because I'm not a real big morning person and breakfast eater. So I'll just use those on the go to keep me going until I can get to where I'm going and then have my meal, lunch or dinner. So the other half is going to go into that container. All right, so I've grouped things. This is going to go into the container down below there. I'll split this off, and half of those will go in that container, or it's going to go inside of there. I will be taking these out of the box and put into plastic bags. The more you can get your boxes removed, the better it's going to be for storing things. I took these out of the original box. I already threw that box away. Same thing I'm going to do with those. I do keep some boxes and containers in here to store them, but the rest will go into Ziploc bags, as I store mostly everything in here is in Ziploc bags. And I did do a video about a year ago when I took off how I store things. So I might try to attach that one to this video so you can kind of see that. This is more canned goods, okay? And that's going to have to be split up between the pantry and that second container. I also got coconut milk. I'll go over what I'm going to be doing with that in just a little bit. And then over here I have more extra canned good stuff. So I always keep plenty of chicken breasts, tuna. I have canned salmon back here, and then, you know, other stuff, my extra thing of rice and some spaghetti sauce. So things like that, I always group them together. I'll split things in half. I'll put some things inside my pantry. Extra things are going to go there. And then third will go underneath, depending on how I'm going to be using things or think I'll be using things. Definitely one whole package of this will go into that container underneath the table. The rest I will split between these two areas. Now inside here, again, I have, let me get a light for you. So inside here I have more of my peanut butter, jelly, stuff like that. I have my coffee on the second shelf. I have more of my plastic bags and aluminum foil, things like that. And then my canned goods, see, this is the only spot I have for my canned goods, so not a lot of space in there, but I will keep soups and things like that, extra things of chicken, tuna. I'll keep some of that on hand in there. And then down below I keep more of my oils, cooking wines, vinegars, anything like that, my syrups, anything like that that's tall, I will keep there. Okay. Now, the one thing I realize I'm probably not going to have room for is going to be down there is my vinegar, cleaning vinegar down there. So that is probably going to have to go on the left side in the back. Just kind of wanted to go over how I have to group things and store things, and I really think that this is going to work, because this can get pretty heavy, you know, when you start putting all of your stuff away. With food, I can't believe how heavy, you know, when you start getting your food and stuff, it's just too heavy. So I just slide it in and out, and that's going to work really well for me, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so this is the tub that I have underneath the table, and definitely it is working out. I've got some of these that I'm trying to use up. I'm going to try these. I got these at Costco. They're green pea snack crisps. So hopefully those will be, you know, when I want something a little for a snack. But I have been cutting way back on carbs. So I have a lot of my canned goods and stuff that's going to be in here. As you saw, my extra cans of chicken and tuna, and my coconut milk that I'm going to start using in my coffee. I want to get actually a little bit more of that, but that I can find on the road sometimes. But I'm not going to overstock up on that, but just have an extra as an emergency. because I'm going to start staying away from a lot of the carnation creamers. So I'm going to start making my own. Milo's food, and I will have to get another bag of food for him and some more treats for him, some coffee. So still a few more things, but anyways, this tub is really going to work out very nicely still, and I used this before, so it's nothing new. I'm still loving it for kind of like a little pantry, I call it, a little tote. So it works wonderful. All right, so this is the tub that I have for underneath here. Okay, so I got everything stocked up, and again, this is the stuff that I get to second, so more available, easy to get to. So that's going to work out really nice. I'm really happy about that. All right, so I'm going to get all that put away, tucked away, and get all my stuff back. Good morning. Look at that beautiful clear blue sky. And look, the sun. It's going to be a beautiful day. It was yesterday too. I'm getting more and more of my stuff done. Loving that table too. It's helping me a lot. All right, let's get started with today, and I'll wrap up this video. Well, good morning, my friends. This is about a week later, I think, since I even made these other clips of organizing inside of my tubs. So, a lot is going on. Weather is getting better. Wahoo! It's warming up, thawing out. Snow is gone around the park. There's still some snow in the upper mountains, a little bit in the distance, but nothing right in our area. So that is amazing. Definitely warmer days coming up ahead. I'm ready to eventually get to my storage unit and pull out my warmer clothes. But in the meantime, got lots to do to get ready to be on the road, but I want to wrap up this video. I'm going to show you that back cabinet, okay? So let's go take a peek at that back cabinet. Well, there's Mr. Milo. He's saying hi, everybody. How you doing? You gonna come say hi a little bit closer? He's actually doing really good. I just want to let you all know. I know he's got a little drippy eyes from allergies, so I've got him back on his allergy medicine. Yay. But he is just doing so wonderful with his spine, building up strength, both of us. We definitely are enjoying the warmer weather. We can get things done, and he can walk much better. Yes. All right, so this is my cabinet. Just get this off so I can open the door for you. Oops, I've got all my lights. Hold on. All right, so this I just have up there temporarily, but mainly this is going to be how it's going to be set up. I'm probably going to put this at my storage unit. I don't think I'm going to need this. It's just that little travel bag. I just really grab all my bottles and just put them in a carry-on bag, and I call it good. So I think I'm going to get rid of this. So then basically in here I have my baby wipes over in this corner, and I want to build it all up in this corner. I have some clips that I'm going to end up putting in somewhere else. They're just clips for hanging up your clothes and stuff when you're traveling, and you put a line out to dry your clothes. If I hand wash my clothes, I'm probably going to put them in a little container here off to the side. And then this is a bag that I have all of my pads, and I have little cups that I use when I brush my teeth, and just helps me to keep my water level down. And then the cool thing is this bag can get pulled out, and I always stock up because this is so cheap at Walmart. So I always stock up at Walmart with these because these things can be so expensive other places. So I get all stocked up, or also Winco out here or Walmart. They're really cheap out here. And then I can pull this whole bag out if I need to get to things in the back. And that bag that I had in the back, I have toilet paper, and one extra roll of paper towels as an emergency. And then I can put my extra Kleenex because I do have allergies as well. So all of that's going to go back there. I do want to show you that this size container works amazing inside my cabinet. So I might get, they come in different sizes. A thinner one like this, they have this one, and then I do have one taller one. But this just is great. I put all my batteries in here, so I got them all organized, and because I'm using them for flashlights and things, and my rechargeable ones, I wanted to keep those accessible. So I don't have this cabinet finished yet. It's still a work in progress. I'm trying to use up the cereal. I won't be getting that kind of cereal all the time. But yeah, so I have so much to do still to get this finished and organized. But pretty much in the back corner, I'm going to have all of my Ziploc bags, not baby wipes, but the cleaning disinfectant wipes, anything that I get that's extra that I don't quite need yet, but I will be, will be put in there. I'm going to put my cleaning vinegar up in the front in here though, but just back in that tube will be more of the extra cleaning supplies, or I could put it between this side or that side. So anyways, I'll get all that figured out eventually, and then maybe I could just do an update video when I get that part all figured out, but it is coming along really nicely. I'm really excited. And then Milo's clothes are in here for anybody who forgot that all of his clothes and jackets and things like that, or my gloves or anything I need to get to quickly is right in that section underneath. All right. Well, I am going to be working on trying to do shorter videos. I don't want to do anything more than 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to try to keep them shorter, do smaller clips in a video, but still get the message out there. So stay tuned on an upcoming video as I'm going to get connected with this mail forwarding place, what I've learned about where to go. It's just so, I'm so excited. This is just so amazing. I need this so much in my life right now to help me to get on the road because I have to be out of here at the end of April. So this is going to help me to take care of my business and eventually get back to Kent as soon as I wait for one important thing. I have to wait for one important thing to come through. And then once that is, once I'm free from that, then I'll be able to hit the road and be able to wait for further information. I could do that anywhere that I'm going to be at. So I'll get into that in the next video about the mailbox. I've got to put water in my tanks. I've got to clean them out. I've got to start getting my pump going with my water. I need to just get this van ready to be able to roll and live in and get all the other functions of it back into par so I can use it on the road like I did before. Lots going on, lots of videos coming up with that as I get everything together in my van. Things ordered, lots of stuff going on like that. And this new mail forwarding place is going to help me to be able to get things mailed out in this area where I'm at. So lots of cool things. Stay tuned for upcoming videos, and I'm going to do my best to keep you updated as I'm getting ready to hit the road pretty soon and working on wrapping up my business here. So
thanks for coming along. I really appreciate you all being here, sharing my journey. And I want to call it our journey. It's really our journey together. And I just really appreciate everybody out there. So I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.